Ex-Cavs GM David Griffin had some pretty harsh words for LeBron James, mainly that he doesn't have the capacity to win anymore. He also claimed that working with LeBron was miserable. I'll get into the full story in just a sec. Hi everyone, this is Devin Howard. Come say hi to me on Instagram at Devin Howard, subscribe to the Fumble, and tap the bell for notifications. And now it's time for the news. LeBron James is regarded as one of the top players in the NBA. At 34 years old, he's a veteran, but fans still hold him to the same expectations and standards that they did when he was in his prime. Based on the dismal season the Lakers just had, it might look like LeBron is starting to lose his touch, but staunch supporters of the athlete won't believe it. Unfortunately, a person who knows LeBron all too well also seems to agree that he's on his way out. David Griffin, the former general manager of the Cavaliers, didn't have very many positive things to say about working with LeBron back in his Cleveland days. Griffin seems to feel that LeBron simply doesn't prioritize winning like he used to. He believes that LeBron lost some of his drive to win when he signed with the Lakers last offseason, and it's all because his attention has been focused on other projects after he won the historic title with the Cavs. Some of those other projects could include his work in Hollywood or his desire to not necessarily win, but simply stay in the league long enough to play with his son Bronny James or own a team of his own. LeBron took home his third NBA title while on the Cavs, and Griffin feels like that was the end of the road for the superstar player. Griffin said, quote, "There wasn't a lot else for him. I don't think he's the same animal anymore about winning. If LeBron's focus is elsewhere, it makes sense that claiming a title wouldn't be at the top of his list of priorities. But we also can't forget that he was out for many games last season. It's a little unfair to judge his performance or drive to win when he didn't even get the same playing time that he normally does." But on top of that, Griffin describes working with LeBron as a very difficult situation. LeBron was hungry for a title when he was on the Cavs, and he was also the star of the team, but that doesn't mean he can do no wrong. Griffin claims that there's this unrealistic belief that LeBron is the perfect player, but he's not. He's willing to go so far as to say that a major reason why the Lakers aren't performing as well as we all expected them to is because of LeBron. He said, quote, "LeBron is getting all the credit and none of the blame." He thinks the whole LeBron is king mentality is distracting and disheartening for the other players on his team. Griffin continued on saying, quote, "They don't like being part of that world. It makes sense. I think it'd be hard for any talented athlete to play second fiddle to a member of their team. And if what Griffin says is true, LeBron doesn't really deserve all the glory he gets." He also admitted that working with LeBron was absolutely miserable. No title or win could outweigh the stress Griffin faced while constructing a team around LeBron James. He said, quote, "Everything we did was so inorganic and unsustainable and frankly not fun. I was miserable. Literally, the moment we won the championship, I knew I was gonna leave. There was no way I was gonna stay for any amount of money." Griffin remembers a moment when the players were celebrating their win with champagne in the locker room, and he quietly wept in a broom closet. He claimed that the pressures of meeting LeBron's demands and surrounding him with the exact roster he needed to claim the title was crushing. Griffin said, quote, "I was so fixated on outcome that I just totally lost my joy." He ultimately parted ways with the Cavaliers in June of 2017, and after that, it was rumored that he'd replace Magic Johnson as the LA Lakers president. But maybe his previous negative experience of working with LeBron prevented that move from ever happening. And since then, he was hired by the Pelicans in April. He's reworked the roster after losing AD and has decided to build the team around Zion Williamson. His goal is still to win, but it looks like he's having more fun doing it now. Are you surprised to hear David Griffin speak so negatively about LeBron? Let me know in the comments. Also, I'll be holding a Q&A on the Fumble's Instagram account tomorrow, so if you have any questions for me, feel free to comment them down below or submit them on IG to me or at the Fumble Sports. And before you go, click subscribe, tap the bell, and make sure you check in with me later. This is Devin Howard for the Fumble. Have a great day.